from the Brooklyn Center High School for Channel 12's coverage of high school baseball. Today, a non-conference matchup between the West Lutheran Warriors and the Brooklyn Center Centaurs. West Lutheran coming in at 6-8 on the season. NBC 4-12 coming into play today. On this early May, Thursday afternoon, hoping to get in between weather systems. Had some rain earlier in the day and some more coming, and we hope to squeeze this one in here over the next couple of hours. West Lutheran's Mitchell Anderson will lead it off for the Warriors. And a first pitch strike to start the game from Brendan Houghton. Pitch outside, 1-1 to Anderson. He'll be followed by Isaac Grooms and James Ripley, the top three hitters for West Lutheran today. 1-1 pitch from Houghton is high, 2-1. Count goes full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Excuse me, 3-1 the count to Anderson. Called strike, 3-2. Now the count is full to Anderson. That one hit him in the back, and so Anderson is aboard to start the game. Hit batsman, puts Anderson at first. Let's look at the batting order for the Warriors today. Anderson, you saw lead off. Now Isaac Grooms next. James Ripley batting third and playing at third base. Jonah Kutsky, the pitcher, bats fourth, and Garrett Anderson. Ben Bizey in right. Matthew Heinrich at first. Aaron Learson in left. And Mason Halata is the catcher. He bats ninth. It's Isaac Grooms. Pitch off the glove of Grangeruth, the catcher, and down to second goes Mitchell Anderson. So already a runner in scoring position for West Lutheran. Pitch delivered high to Grooms. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Three balls and no strikes. Houghton's pitch inside corner is Grooms taking all the way, makes the count 3-1. It's up high, and West Lutheran has 2 runners aboard to start the ball game. Look at the defense for Brooklyn Center today. Around the infield, Ty Wormley at first, Jay Ramprum at second, Aaron Casey at short, Brandon Johnson at third. The outfield, Nathan Houghton in left, Micah Ellers in center, Femi Akindumila in right. Travis Grangeruth is the catcher for Brendan Houghton, who delivers a first pitch strike to James Ripley. Ripley, the number 3 hitter for the Warriors. Houghton looking for more of those strikes here, trying to work out of a jam to start the game. Cut and a miss. And he gets ahead of Ripley, 0-2. That's ball outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hit in the air, out to center field. And going back, and it's over the head of Ellers there. Runners had to hold to see, thinking it would be caught, but it drops in. Mitchell Anderson scores, Grooms to third. And Ripley's got to run batted in, and West Lutheran is on the board. Well, Ellers had this measured, but it all carries on him and is over his head. That brings Anderson in. Runners at the corners, and nobody out here in the first. Runner going to second, no throw. It'll be a stolen base for Ripley. Jonakowski, the pitcher, swings and misses. It's 1-1. Here's a look at Joe Sigfrinius. The switch in positions on the flies. Ellers is going to move to left. Nathan Houghton will move to center. 1-2 to Husky, called strike three. Nice strikeout for Brendan Houghton to get the first out of the game. Garrett Anderson, the shortstop, number 5 hitter today for West Lutheran, steps in here. It's missed away, 1-0. Isaac Grooms, the runner at third. James Ripley at second. That's one ripped hard to short. 1 run will score. Throw to first will be in time. Well, Kazee to Wormley for the putout. Anderson will get credit for an RBI. Really no thought or no chance probably to get Grooms coming home. He'll get the putout. The second out at first. Ripley on to third. But the second run in as Anderson drives in Grooms, and it's 2-0 West Lutheran. Ben Bizey, the right fielder, steps in. Bizey, fastball strike to him on the first pitch. Down and in, ball gets to the backstop, and scoring on the wild pitch will be Ripley, and it's 3-0. Take a look at that again on the low and in pitch. Grangeruth unable to come up with the ball. Ripley in easily. One ball, one strike to count. Bizey hits it in the air out to left. Ellers going back, diving for it, can't make the catch. On to second goes Bizey. He'll hold up there with a double. Now Bizey with a 2-out double to left. Ellers diving, couldn't make the grab. Matthew Heinrich is the number 7 hitter for West Lutheran today. First pitch low and away to him. Right-handed hitting first baseman. West Lutheran, some really good baseball teams the last few years, had on the verge of going to a couple of state tournaments, couldn't break through in Section 4A. 6-8 so far this year, coming into play today. 3-0 the count to Heinrich. And there's ball 4. So Houghton has walked 2 and hit 1 here in the first. And given up a couple of hits on fly balls that dropped in. 2 runners on with 2 outs. And Aaron Learson is the 8th Warriors player to come to bat here in the first. There's pitch high, ball 1. Fouled out of play, 1-1 to Learson. Hit out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Houghton a strike away from getting out of the half inning here. Up high, 2-2. Fouled away, and the count stays at 2-2. Grounded, a slow roller to short. This would be a tough play. They shovel the second, and it is in time. So Casey going to Ramrup at second. Really best play he had, and no hesitation. It would have been a tough play at first, but they're able to force Heinrich out at second and retire the side. West Lutheran, though, picking up 3 runs in the top half of the first inning on 2 hits, and they leave a couple of batters on. If we look at the Centaurs batting order today, Brendan Houghton leading off the pitcher. Travis Grangruth catching and batting second. Nathan Houghton, the left fielder, will hit third. Femi Akindumila, the right fielder, hits fourth. Brandon Johnson at third, hitting fifth. Micah Ellers, the center fielder, now left fielder. AJ Ramrup, the second baseman, will hit seventh. Aaron Casey at short, and Ty Wormley, a first baseman, hitting ninth. Defensively for West Lutheran, Heinrich at first, Isaac Grooms at second, Garrett Anderson at short, James Ripley at third, Aaron Learson in left, Mitchell Anderson in center, Ben Bisey in right, Mason Halata is the catcher, and Jonah Kuski is the pitcher today. Look at the senior right-hander getting his warm-up tosses in as he gets ready to face the Centaurs. This is a BC team that was around 500 the first few weeks of the season, but it really hit a losing skid here in the last 2 weeks. They've dropped to 4-12 overall on the season. Bob Mikulik is now in his 4th season as head coach of BC. Pretty young team that he's fielding this year. Just one senior on the roster. That's Micah Ellers. Pretty good junior class. A couple of sophomores, a lot of freshmen too. So he's got some young players that'll develop in time here. A lot of these guys presumably will come back next year. About the year of varsity experience under their belt, or another year in some cases. The guys that have been in the program here in the past. We're ready to go with the bottom half of the first inning as Brendan Houghton gets ready to bat. First pitch to the bottom of the first is in for a strike right down the middle. Good pitch from Kuski. 0-1, chop foul, and Kuski gets ahead of Houghton. 0-2. Start the bottom of the first. Inside corner for strike 3. Houghton out on 3 pitches to start the Centaur bottom of the first. So 1 out. And Travis Grangruth coming to the bat. Junior takes a strike. Left-handed hitting catcher. A 1 pitch, another strike. So great start for Kuski, firing bullets to start the game. And working quickly. Here's his 0-2 pitch. Grangruth rips it, but foul. And that count stays at 0-2. Off-speed pitch, a little flare in foul territory, but caught by the third baseman Ripley. It makes a nice grab for out number 2. Look at it again. Ripley makes the catch in foul territory. Grangruth retired. And Nathan Houghton, the batter. Started the game in left and moved to center in the middle of that top of the first inning. Strike, it's 1-1. Kuski's pitch, swing and a miss. Got Houghton to chase that one. It's 1-2. Grounded is short. Garrett Anderson up with it. Fires on to first to Heinrich. Nathan Houghton is out, and the Centaurs are out 1-2-3 in the bottom of the first inning. We have played 1. Our score, West Lutheran 3, Brooklyn Center 0.
You watch Channel 12 at home. Why not on the go? Channel 12 is online at 12.tv. Watch on your phone, on your tablet. Channel 12 is your local source wherever you go. Just log on to 12.tv. Check out our videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and even watch live events via live stream. So don't wait. Stay up to date with Channel 12 and 12.tv, your local source.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. You know, but it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, you know, she's putting them in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
The ominous clouds right now that are moving off to the north and a little west of us. We hope they'll stay away so we can get this one in. We've played 1 inning so far here at Brooklyn Center High School, the Doug Darnell Fields, named after the longtime Centaur coach who had so much success with the program through the years. Right now the Centaurs down 3-0 as we go to the top half of the second inning. Mason Alata, the lone batter that didn't get up to the plate in the first inning for the Warriors. Number 9 hitter, the catcher for West Lutheran, settles in against Brendan Houghton, and a cut and a miss. There's a look at Joe Sigfrinius. Second year as head coach, took over for Marty Nelson, who had been here for a number of years and had success of his own. And Joe, a 2004 West Lutheran graduate and player for the Warriors. And there's a leadoff single for Halata as he flares the hit out to right field. Just went with the pitch, knocked it out to right. So the Warriors looking to add to their lead already here in the second as Mitchell Anderson steps in. Houghton's pitch called strike. Throw down to second, and in with the stolen base is Halata. Pitch to Anderson is high. 1 ball and 1 strike. Fouled out of play. When 2 pitched, it's 2-2. Anderson hit by a pitch to start the game, went to second on a pass ball, and then scored on a RBI single by Ripley. Houghton checking the runner at second, comes home with a pitch. Slow roller to second, throw to first. And the outmade ran up to Warmley. On to third goes Halata, but Anderson retired. On the grounder to second. Jay Ramrup to tie Warmley, 1 down in the Warriors' second. And here's Isaac Grooms. Grooms also scoring in the first inning. Brendan Houghton's 1-0 pitch fouled off the mask of Grangruth. And it's a ball in the strike. Look at that last pitch again. That was off the shoulder. I thought it was off the face mask, but that's right off the right arm of Grangruth. Ball hit in the air by Grooms. Out to center. Catch made. Tagging up is Halata, and he'll score easily. Sacrifice fly for Isaac Grooms. On the fly to center. Halata's in with West Lutheran's 4th run of the game. With 2 outs and nobody on now, James Ripley coming to the plate. Called strike to Ripley. Got an RBI in the first, later scored a run. Inside, 1-1. Houghton's pitch drilled out into left center field. That is going to hit the gap. Ripley's going to get at least 2 here. Takes a little turn at second. He's going to hold on there, and there'll be a 2-out double. James Ripley on the best hit ball so far here today. Ripley hitting it between Ehlers and Houghton. And Ripley's in scoring position with 2 outs here in the second. Jonakuski up for the second time today. Fouls the first pitch from Houghton out of play. Ball high, 1-1. Called strike 1-2. Houghton do a better job this inning of staying around the plate, throwing strikes. He had walked a couple and hit a batter in the first, but much better here in the second. And he go around. Yes, he did. That's a strikeout of Kuski. And West Lutheran is out in the second inning. Look at it again. Kuski trying to hold up, and the opinion of the umpire did not. And so there's out number 3. 4. West Lutheran the second. A run on 2 hits. They leave 1. And after an inning and a half, it's now West Lutheran 4, Brooklyn Center 0.
My new mom and I have a lot in common.
The great outside.
We both love the outdoors.
It's so shiny. That's not a flower.
We both love geology.
Oh, look. An igneous one.
That's not a rock. And she knows a lot about wildlife.
A labradoodle. That's not a dog.
Hanging out has been kind of fun.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
At Brooklyn Center High School, the Centaurs coming to bat here in the bottom half of the second inning, trailing 4-0 against Jonakuski. And a first pitch strike fired to Femi Akindumila. Cleanup hitter for the Centaurs, their starting right fielder. Kuski, like the first inning, throwing strikes, getting ahead of hitters. Off speed pitch inside, 1-2. In the dirt, 2-2. Akindumila, just a freshman for the Centaur team. And it's called strike 3. Kuski's second strikeout of the game. They'll bring up Brandon Johnson. Fouled the first pitch off. Now we get a little rumble of thunder lurking nearby. Umpires are going to confer. Now, if the base umpire was looking toward the clouds, if he sees lightning, then he may call the players off the field. And I think that's. I've heard of a thunder delay. I've heard of lightning delays, but the umpire said we get thunder. As we have a 30-minute delay from right now until we can resume play. Now, the lightning rule is anytime there's lightning seen in the area, then they restart that 30-minute clock. Bob Mikulak discussing the weather. I don't think he'd prefer to keep playing until we saw some lightning in the area, but it looks like that we're going to take a break for the players' safety in case that thunder would develop into something else. So we will take a break. We'll be back. It'll seem like just a moment to you at home. We'll take a 30-minute break here on the field. 4-0 Warriors leading the Centaurs, and more baseball from Brooklyn Center after this.